Okay. So, see if anybody shows up. Okay, sweetie, that's okay. That's okay. I've never done a live before on YouTube, so this is kind of an experiment. We haven't had good internet, so I see one person. Awesome. Thank you guys for joining. I wanted to update a couple of people on what was going on, and hopefully everybody. So I guess I'll just get going, and then I can always repeat what's going on when more people get in here. So we have been evacuated from where we were staying in Northern California. The ranch that we have been staying on, that's been in our family for 106 years, is or was in a direct line of a fire that is burning very, very aggressively. So we had to get out, and that was yesterday. And we are currently with family, and today it looks like the fire is less aggressive. So it's just wanted to see if there's any. Hey, TNS Dogs and Dragonflies Farm. Yeah, it's really smoky. So Oregon got hit really hard. California's been getting hit hard. Our hometown of Medford, south of it, a town called Phoenix, got completely burned, pretty much obliterated on Tuesday. And our hearts were just absolutely breaking for our hometown because there was fires everywhere. There's currently a fire just to the east of our house, actually up there. It's not threatened right now, but I know people that have lost their homes because of it. So there's a whole bunch of fires everywhere in Oregon, and then of course California. And so as we were just had hearts breaking last night, or not last night, Tuesday night, then we had to evacuate the next day. So just want to make sure I'm not seeing any other things. So anyways, I just wanted to give you guys an updated that we actually had to evacuate, and it's pretty crazy. You're near the bear fire. Where is that? TNS Dogs and Dragonflies Farm. Is that in Oregon? Butte County. Okay. So, yeah, we've been kind of mum about where we are, just kind of trying to keep it off the radar, but we are, I don't know if I should say it. We are in Humboldt County. So that's where we've been. And so it's been crazy. So basically the fire that was threatening us merged with a huge one over in Trinity County, and it's now over 20,000 acres. It all started on Tuesday. We've got friends that lost homes in that already, a little bit to the east of us near Ruth Lake. And so awesome, more people are coming in. I have never done a live stream, so I'm on my phone, and hopefully it works. I don't know if you guys have any questions. So now that more people are in the chat, we had to evacuate yesterday because of a wildfire, and there's very little information out there right now because this is the western front of it, and I'm not even sure all the emergency services knew what was happening yesterday. And we were getting, hey, Adam, how are you? Awesome. So we were getting really bad information. We heard that the fire was like 2 miles from us, and people were freaking out. Well, It turns out it wasn't. It's 12 miles away from us. And it's burning in a northwesterly direction, kind of parallel, kind of away from the ranch at this point. So, but at the time, we didn't have any way of getting any information. At one point, the cell service gave out completely, and we had no way of getting a cell phone alert at all. Like, there was nothing, and we just felt very uncomfortable with how dark it was. And because you could barely see, like, we were using headlights and flashlights and the outside lights of the house. It was so dark, and I think you can see it from the thumbnail of the photo, just how red and dark it was, and you couldn't see the fire. So we were going off of what we thought was firsthand information. It was just hearsay, I guess. People were freaked out, but it's still really frightening because these fires can just turn on a dime. So we were in an evacuation warning zone, and then it turned all of a sudden into an order just 2 miles away from us. And we are the next property over from the evacuation order area. So we got out of there. We had to grab all of the family heirloom, or all the family photos. We got boxes and boxes of all these family photos from like way back at like the 1870s that we have, plus all of the family photo albums of the ranch when they got it in 1914. So that was the first thing out, was the photos. We didn't even worry about our stuff at first. And so anyways, yeah, Adam, you're up in Medford, and that was like, this is just crazy what's going on up there. It was just, yeah. Oh, I don't know if anybody has any questions. I'll keep this going for a little longer. So far, so good. As of right now, we are out of the woods, but that could always. Hey, Rose. Paul is not fighting fires. Oh my goodness. Yes. No, he used to work on fires for transport. Like, he used to haul supplies and people to the fire line, but he's not doing that right now. He was actually worried that he was going to get called up, because they'll actually call up old contract holders and press them into service. So we are safe, Rose. We have evacuated to family, and we are about 45 minutes away from the ranch. We didn't want to go too far, but we are still safe. We are in the redwoods at a family place, and they have, animals, and so we're pretty good. There's a highway just here, so we can get out. And I'm trying to see the things. So Rose, you asked a question, and now I can't see it. Anyways, there's Little Red. We are safe. The ranch has not burned yet. It's about 12 miles away from the ranch, and it's burning parallel to it. And it was burning directly towards it. Like, we were in the line of the fire, and they were saying that it was going to burn all the way to the highway, like Highway 101. And by this morning, and it didn't even go very far. So, oh my goodness, don't climb on me. We're doing okay. Anyways, so yeah, so it is so far so good. We're safe. The ranch is safe, and yeah, Amber, that it is scary, absolutely. And that was the scary thing with this one, is we couldn't see the flames. We didn't have oh, thank you, TNS. Thanks for joining. We didn't have any way to get information. Our cell service was very minimal. We tried going up the hill to get some service, and it was not working. Like, at one point we had 0 service, and we were worried that the cell tower had burned. I guess the smoke was just so thick that it was blocking the cell service, or it was just so many people were on their cell phones that we had no service and no way of getting any information as far as evacuation. So we really had to kind of take matters into our own hands and just get out of there. At one point, I thought we were overreacting because we were still in a warning zone. And then as we were leaving, we got an alert that just on the other side of the road near the boundary of the property had just gone into an evacuation order. So it wasn't an overreaction because we are the next thing. And so, yeah, it was scary. And I've done that. About 15 years ago when I was in college, I had to flee a wildfire in San Diego. So, hello, Teresa. And so I fled that, and it burned right up to the college campus, but then turned. But my friends and several of my professors lost their homes. So I'd already lived through it once, and, just grabbing very minimal and just getting out of there. And so it was really, there's a little bit of a PTSD of evacuation for that for me, and it was a little scary. But once we got our kids out first, we had my husband's cousin came down and actually got the kids and the first load of stuff out of the family photos. And so once the kids were out, I could really focus on getting everybody or everything out that we needed, which turned out to be, computers and cameras and more photo albums. And I did grab clothes because a lot of people that evacuate don't grab clothes. So I grabbed clothes, and I just remembered that from 15 years ago, where people just grab valuables and they don't grab any clothes, and then they have nothing to wear after. And so I had the time, so I grabbed the clothes. I was actually doing laundry. I don't know if it was a weird way of coping, but I was actually doing laundry while we were packing. And it was pretty, I don't know, it was crazy. But I watered my tomatoes as we were leaving. And I did not. So our trailer, we're actually here where my trailer is. We kept it at the cousin's house, so our trailer wasn't on the ranch. So we're actually staying where our trailer is, but we're not staying in it right now. We're just staying in the house of family. But yeah, I watered my tomatoes, Rose, yes. And they were covered in ash, and I just felt so bad. I wanted to water them just in case it didn't burn, and I wanted to come home to my tomato plants because I'm not a gardener, and I finally had success growing tomatoes, and I even had these volunteer tomatillos that had grown up, and I was doing so well, and I even canned my tomatoes, and I was doing so good. And then having to walk away from my tomatoes, it was kind of sad, but I watered them for hope. I watered them because I was hopeful that I would be returning. And walking away from a place that for everything that you know of is going to be, like, it's going to be burned as far as you know. It's just really, really hard. And yes, Rose. So it was emotional yesterday. We crashed yesterday, and now I feel like we can be back, kind of like, not back to normal because we're still kind of displaced. We're going to have to get a storage unit to put like the family stuff in. But yeah, so we're safe, and it hasn't burned. So that's all. So I'm in a better attitude today, I think. But I was worried because they let the cows out, and they just opened all the gates so the cows could go anywhere they needed to go to get away from the fire. And so I was worried that my tomatoes, this morning I found out that he had opened the gates, and I was worried that the cows were going to eat all my tomatoes down there, and I was going to come back and they weren't burned, but they were eaten by the cows. And so
your tomatoes were eaten?
I don't know. I hope not. So Paul's going to go back today, and he's going to check on them for me.
Mommy?
What, sweetie?
Can we play, do you think we can get the trailer out with the Jeep?
No. He really wants to get into the trailer.
I need to get something.
So, anyways, I don't know if you guys have any other questions. I don't want to take up anybody's time crazily on this. But I just wanted to let everybody know what was going on and that we were safe. I mean, you can see a little bit of the smoke behind us. Yesterday, you couldn't even see to the tree, like those lower trees. You couldn't see the ridge behind me. It was really bad. So we had a westerly wind that is blowing from the coast, and it's blowing the smoke back inland and towards the fire. So thank you. Thank you, everyone, for your prayers. If you follow us on Facebook and Instagram, I've been doing some updates on there. We have been so busy that I haven't had time to edit a video. And I had some videos going. And then if it's going to burn, why make those videos? No, I don't know. But I was also working on the flatbed videos. And so we've just been really busy, and we've been working on the property, and we've been working on the house, and so there's just not been a lot of free time to edit. Oh, and I started homeschooling my kids again, so that was hard.
So we had to stop.
Yes, I left the school stuff to my kids' excitement. We left school books on the table. We did not grab those. So, yeah. I think that's it. So I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for your prayers, and follow us on Instagram and Facebook for like any up-to-date updates. Yes, Elf Lord's Journeys. Thank you for popping on. Yes, Tuesday we were watching Phoenix burn, and South Medford burning, and Talent burning, and Island burning, and then the fire near Eagle Point. And that fire in Eagle Point is it's called the Oban Chain Fire. That actually is just to the east of our house. It's currently not in danger right now. It could be, but I have friends that have lost their homes, and people that are in our church that have lost their homes. And so yeah, a lot of people are evacuated, and it's horrible just to see the devastation, and it's all over Oregon, all over California, but in like the Rogue Valley where we're from, people keep on setting them off in what's called the Greenway. Hanya, can you keep it down a little bit? Thank you. So they've been setting off fires in the Greenway over and over again. As soon as they get one out, another fire starts. So, Hanya, go help her, please. So, thank you, Lenora. But yeah, no, it's horrible. So just, I mean, pray for Oregon. Pray for California. I mean, Northern California is getting hammered, I know, but I know, like, San Bernardino area is getting hammered, and there's other fires all over. I mean, you can pull up a fire map, and it looks like the whole West Coast is burning. It's so horrible. So, but we are grateful for our family. They have property, and the kids are out doing scooters all around, and I think that's a pogo stick kind of thing. So they're able to just get around. We grabbed their bikes as a last resort on our way out, and that was just for have normalcy. Well, the kids haven't touched their bikes since we got here, which is kind of funny because my husband was really desperate to get those for them, and turned out that they haven't even touched them. But I'm sure if it does burn and they lose everything, those bikes will be precious to them. But Yeah, it is getting worse. Off Lord's Journeys. It's frightening. And we're kind of coastal here in Northern California, and so in the last few years, we've actually had fires threaten this area, and it's really, really frightening, and just seeing Oregon burn. I know there's whole communities that are just gone from this week's fires, and people are left with nothing, that they just got out with the clothes on their backs. And a lot of people even like left their wallets, like didn't even grab their wallets. They just fled for their lives. And so it's really heartbreaking. And so Oregon and California, like, we just need rain, but it's not in the forecast. But this morning we did wake up to fog, which is what we needed because of that humidity in the air. So this is kind of fun doing it live. I'm sorry for my kids in the background. They're busy bees. So okay. Yeah, 2 months of fire season. Yeah. It's kind of why we're getting a storage unit to put all of the family's photos in. I think there's like 10 tubs of photo albums, and yeah, they're having fun. Kids are having fun. That's normal. But I think there's like 10 tubs of just photo albums and old photos. I even found some daguerreotypes, and there's not a picture on the wall at the place. Like, we got all the family pictures and photos, and there's even I forgot a painting. I made a mistake. I forgot a painting, so we got to go back for that. I left it on purpose because there was not enough room. So I'm not heartless. I just grabbed what I could. We are on live, actually. So awesome. More people are coming in. Thank you guys for coming in. So yeah, so we're going to get a storage unit and put those in there, because I don't know when fire season is going to end, and I don't know when we're going to be out of the. Okay, I will tell them hi. Hey, Noah. Rowan says hi. Rowan from Roots and from Wholesome Roots. So Elf Lord's Journey, we were back east, and then when the
Can I say hi?
Yeah, say hi.
Hi.
Wholesome Roots. Yeah. Yeah.
Who has a little brother?
Yeah, say hi.
I remember.
Okay. So we were back east, and then the pandemic hit.
I can do the stilts. Bye.
They can hear you just fine, honey. And so in March we rushed back here because there was a house we could stay in, and because we didn't know, because at the time, like, some RV parks were closing, and we didn't want to get hung out to dry. So we came back to a place where we knew there was a house, knew there was a place to stay, and we've just been staying here. We've been working on the house. There's been tons of repairs needing to be done to this family house, and just deferred maintenance, because people just come up for a couple weeks at a time and they don't want to do construction. So we've been living there and working on the place, and staying busy, having fun, enjoying the place, and then Paul got bit off too much than he can chew, so we can't leave for a while. We got to finish the projects, and then this happened. So yeah, we've just been hanging out in Northern California. Liam says hi too.
Who's Liam?
His brother. So that's the other thing. So the people that we're with, the cousins, we left our dog with them. They fostered him, and so we get to be with Kimber. So this is our puppy dog. He's got
I'm his master.
Oh yeah, well, he's super happy here, and he likes his apples.
And me too.
Yeah, so it's been kind of fun being
hanging
here
out with him. He's the best dog. Yeah. And he's 11.
He is
He
11.
might have a 12th birthday, even though he's a Doberman.
Yep.
Because it's almost Halloween.
Yeah, he's getting up there. He's having some mobility issues.
And we have another Doberman that's darkish red, brownish.
The cousins have a Doberman, yeah.
The cousin have a Doberman, and it's like him, but they don't really get along a lot.
No, they're fine. They're fine.
Bye. No, watch me do this.
So, okay. Well, if there's no more questions, I think I'm going to sign out. And thanks for everybody for watching. Thanks for praying. And I hope everyone stays safe out there, especially in the West that's on fire. So, thank you so much. And I will, Facebook and Instagram is where I've been updating most frequently. So you can follow us there. We're at Queso Maker on Facebook and Butcher Baker Queso Maker on Instagram.
This is the apple he was chewing.
Oh, they're
on.
asking for Gideon.
Gideon, you want to come here and say hi to all people?
Over there. He did. He was here.
This is the apple my dog likes to chew on now.
Yes. Thank you, Elf Lord's Journey. And you stay safe too. Okay. Hopefully I can figure out how to get out of here. So thank you.
How do you do a